Hi everyone, my name is Dina. Welcome to Juniority. Today we're taking you to Mercer Island, Washington. Angela, thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. You have a pretty amazing resume. I don't even know where to start. But can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, of course. So currently I'm a senior at Seattle Preparatory School, which is a high school in Seattle. 2 years ago, I started a social venture called Innovate-Teen, which seeks to connect high school students with local industry leaders in Seattle in business, law, and technology. And we've been organizing some guest speaker events where students will have that opportunity to receive that career-connected learning and sort of interact with these really cool industry leaders. I'm also the regional director for a youth entrepreneurship program called MIT Launch, and we help students create their own startups in high school, real profit-generating startups, and we provide funding and resources for them as well.
That's awesome, Angela. Thank you. So what drove you, or what was your purpose to start Innovate-Teen?
So it honestly started sophomore year when I sort of realized a curriculum gap in our school, since I go to a small Jesuit school and there's a lot of emphasis on like the humanities and social justice, but I realized there isn't really that much of an emphasis on a lot of other courses in like business and technology. You know, there really isn't that sort of innovation culture or entrepreneurial culture at my school. And so our first reaction was, okay, well, you know, we need to create this opportunity for ourselves. You know, it's about us taking initiative, reaching out to people in our community. And that means starting small, starting with our family, our friends, our parents' friends, and getting them to help us. And then from there, building that network of students as well as adult professionals, and then sort of driving that initiative forward so we can get more support and more sponsorship going forward.
So how do you get your sponsors, or how do you get people to partnership with you and your company?
So like I kind of mentioned before with my work with MIT Launch, it's really about finding that common ground, finding the same values with other education initiatives or other sort of corporations that are doing the same kind of work that you're doing. A partnership, I'd say, like a lot of times people forget that it's really something that's mutually beneficial. And it helps a lot that, Innovate-Teen, that it's a student-run, student-led initiative as well. And I think a lot of adults like to see that sort of initiative. So, we definitely use that to our advantage. And it's a lot of different education organizations that are interested in what we're doing.
Absolutely, for sure, yeah. So Angela, I think you mentioned before that you had an internship, or you still have an internship with Microsoft. What kind of work did you do?
So at Microsoft over the summer, I was working in the data science department. And specifically, I was looking at Azure, which is their cloud platform, and some influencer identification strategies. So what that basically means is, I'm helping develop research in the area of helping Microsoft target their most influential, their most high-value customers, and so they can better provide services towards them. And so I did a lot of research in Twitter sentiment analysis, so kind of going on Twitter and doing a lot of natural language processing, studying what people are saying on social media to sort of identify who are those high-value customers. And in that process, I used a lot of data science, computer science techniques, and I actually published a paper for my research through my internship at Microsoft.
So in the GeekWire article, you said one of the biggest obstacles of being a teen entrepreneur is getting other adults to take you seriously.
Yeah.
What are some difficulties you have faced in your age, and that you feel it's so difficult for adults to take you seriously?
Yeah, no, so, I just mentioned that, there are a lot of adults that are, willing to help, high school students. And, while that is really great, it doesn't necessarily come super easily as well, right? In the beginning, I definitely faced a lot of sort of rejection from reaching out to all of these adults out there, you know, seeking their help. Not every single adult is, you know, even though they have that desire to help, is necessarily available to help. You know, again, we learned a lot from that experience, but we were still sort of refining, like, oh, what is it exactly that we were trying to create? And that's another thing is, you know, a lot of teenagers have great ideas, right? But it's hard for them to create a pitch, a value proposition of what they're trying to bring in a way that's clear enough for other people. And so when you have that lack of clarity, people don't really know what you're doing. They don't know what you're asking. They don't know how to help you. That's when, you know, that sort of partnership or support falls through.
So what kind of advice can you give to other aspiring entrepreneurs?
As, you know, a teenager, you know, a lot of times you're probably going to tell yourself, like, I'm too young, I don't have the experience, I'm not good enough, you know, to do this, right? There are other people in this world, maybe this path is for them, but not for me. And I think a lot of times you're in that mentality where you think that there's a certain special other people that can do what you can't do. And the only thing that's different about those other people is they're the ones that took that initiative. And it's not so much about your capability, but your willingness. So if you have a new idea that you want to pitch, if you have a, you know, book that you want to publish, like, start talking to people, start building your network, sending out cold emails, doing cold calls, because the worst answer you can get is no. So honestly, it's just about taking that first step and being bold and being brave enough to do so.
Thank you, Angela, very much. Yeah. We really loved you being on our show, and you are incredible. Please keep up everything that you're doing, and thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, thank you for watching the show. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Juniority TV and all our social media to win some free things. Until next time, peace.